name is Peter van Hove of INNI Group. And as you can see, we define ourselves as innovative multi-specialists. What is in a name? First of all, we print. We wouldn't be printers. We do it as well sheet-fed, web-fed, as digital. We have our own publishing house. There's of course a lot of cross-business between those two divisions. We are specialized in secure printing through various ways like watermarking, invisible inks, up to RFID tags on the paper. We print tickets, which is a specialty for museums, attractions across Europe. We master data, and that will be, of course, the subject of today's presentation. And we think we are rather special in helping our customers in the digital transition. For instance, we do this for invoicing, where people are still invoicing paper-based, but they need help to go digital. Well, in that hybrid mode, through partnerships, we help our customers go digital. So here you have an aerial view of INNI Group facilities. The office building has been truncated a bit on the right side. I show you this because there is a big solar array, as you can see, but also that is quite innovative. We are one of the first companies who did a co-financing system where employees of the company could participate and also participate in the profit, so participate in the investment. So it's a quite recognizable building. Some of the products we produce, going from calendars, notebooks, books, various commercial print, but also specialized print, as you saw before. Some facts and figures, as you can read, 125 people, 22 million turnover, quite a big facility as you saw before. And we have a celebration, 130 years in business at this moment. But we're here to talk about OKAPI. We will cover in detail what it is. We will talk about why INNI took this initiative. And I will share with you some of our wins and opportunities. First of all, what is OKAPI? What is our platform? Secondly, I will cover with you why INNI. Why does a printer invest in a platform and offer it to its customers? And as a last point, I will share with you some of the wins and opportunities and the lessons learned through the whole process, which took us 18 months in total. What is OKAPI? Welcome to the zoo. It's an animal. No, it's a chosen name. It's a hybrid animal. For those who wouldn't know, it's a mix between a zebra, which coincides with our corporate ID, and the giraffe, and we tend to say there it's the 360 view of the giraffe. But again, a chosen name that on top of it works well in Dutch, in French, and in English. It starts with a platform for web to print. But you have a growth model into email marketing automation. And I will show you some of the examples later. It's exclusive B2B. So in comparison to many consumer packages, this is a closed environment. It is therefore tightly integrated with our ERP, CRM systems, our invoicing, and also our workflow systems, the process flows from Agfa. We make it available to our customers as software as a service. So not as a license you should buy, maintain. No, it is just a software as a service platform, and of course online. And it is fully hosted by INNI. Why? Because those heavy print files, of course, should reside with us. Our customers are mainly SMEs and the larger corporates. We offer the basic web-to-print functionality of the platform for free. Everything else basically is in a payable model. The customers, because it's a closed system, only see their documents. So they see their letterheads, their envelopes, their business cards that they can personalize, their prices, of course. So there you already have a tight integration with Multipress, where all the technical details of their print stuff is being fetched. We of course can do integrations with the systems at our customer's place. Integrations like with a HR division where who's who database resides, so that instead of having to maintain two separate databases, we can directly join that database. We have a module for e-marketing available, so a kind of MailChimp functionality if you want, and that is also a payable model. The immediate advantages of a platform, when you say platform, is it is centralized. So for purposes of budget, purposes of statistics, order history, everything is on one and the same location. Through a platform, you're having total control over your corporate ID. Whenever you change a logo in a document, we change the templates. All the old templates, you can in one click make them unavailable, so nobody will order any more print with old logos. So there's no upfront investments. I think that's an important one. It's ideal for companies with many affiliates. Companies that have like 200 shops across Belgium, and each shop should have their business cards with their proper address. Perfect system to do that. And also the co-creation part is, I think, very important. Co-creation meaning the agency, for instance, can prepare the documentation, the templates, while the IT department sets up all the email addresses, HR puts in all the names of the employees. So everybody can work at the same time towards the same goal on the platform. We would of course not be printers if print is not well integrated or very well integrated in the marketing mix. I compare to an excellent product like HubSpot, but that is entirely digital. And the customer is offered a growth model, meaning he can start with the free basic web to print, add email functionality to it, and later on add automation to the whole. But a bit later about that. First of all, in general, what are the multi-channel marketing automation channels? Well, clearly print still is part of it. Email is an important tool. SMS, underutilized in my opinion. Personal URLs, so landing pages where all the data already has been pre-populated. Social media and plenty of other tools that you can integrate. We can integrate with CRM systems at the customer location. For instance, if you send an email and your email bounces, you can easily at that moment already add that information in your CRM system, and you shouldn't do it manually in parallel to the platform. It can run fully automatic, and I will share with you one possible flow. An advantage of such a platform is also, of course, that you can do A/B testing. You can have a look at what works best. Imagine that you have to send a price list to your customer. Your top 10 customers, for instance, will receive digitally printed lists on paper because that still works better, while smaller customers at that moment could receive a digital variation. What I personally find very important in such a system is not to create data islands. In too many companies we talk with, I still see a lot of islands that are not integrated, meaning information that is in the company has to be redone in another tool, platform, or piece of software. We make it available in light, standard, and power version. So customers that want to just have a small taste of it can perfectly start with the light, of course also cheaper version of the platform. You might recognize this slide, but this is essentially what the platform does. We take the big standards on templates, be it InDesign, HTML templates. We add to that data, and we add also to that logic. The example I gave you about the price list could be all customers less than 5,000 euro will receive the price list digitally. And in the mix, we produce finally as well print, pearls as emails, SMSs as said. But this is fundamentally what this platform does. I quickly show you just one screen of what a customer will see in the web-to-print interface, the free version. On the left side, he will choose the name that should go into the business card, and he will order the business card. The next slide, I go to the other end of the spectrum. This is an automation flow. Without going into much detail about this flow, this was what we used for our open house. So when we invited our customers to visit our new factory, what we did is we took all the data we had, be it customers, prospects, suppliers, all of them, we put them in a data list. We sent a save the date through email, and it was different for customers of the publishing division and of the print division. They had to come a different day, the program was different. We also sent paper invitations, as you can see in the middle, and those paper invitations are normally an exit from such a flow, but through the use of QR codes or personal URLs, we still could have a digital landing page for entering into the event, and then of course you would receive a confirmation email. There's little bits and pieces added to that because we offered the opportunity to invite a friend. We had like 70 people that had no relation with our company that were invited by our customers through the refer a friend flow. Do not forget, important because we tend to forget this. First of all, population is of course getting digital, but it's a survey done by Bain Company. 80% of CEOs is convinced their company is customer-centric. 8% of their customers recognize that. So there is a huge gap between the perception and what is being experienced by the customers. So the right message at the right time, in the right medium is absolutely key. OKAPI is also future-proof. We didn't want to just develop a platform with one functionality. So the current OKAPI is the basis for this development. We are thinking about integrating our e-procurement platform where you could order like 50,000 envelopes and call them off 1,000 at a time, which is a different flow. But you see many more possibilities are offered in the future, like ticket ordering also. Now, for me, that was the basis. What is OKAPI? But why did INNI enter that era? Our strategy, as said, is to embrace digital. Do not fight the reality. We help our customers in their transaction, in their transition towards digital world. For instance, the electronic invoicing, we have customers that print their invoices with us. They ask, do you have a hybrid solution available? Well, we will partner, through a partner, we will make it available. Take the opportunity to do the full mix with the customer. As said, the electronic invoicing, we do it through a partner. We want to unburden our customer from difficult technical stuff. It all seems quite simple, but in the end, and we will talk about that a bit later, it is difficult to make it work. So rather than try to beat it with or with paper, we accept it. Our previous web platform, and that was a trigger, our previous web platform was like 10 years old. It used Flash technology, which is being discontinued, so there was also an immediate need to take a step there. Important from a business perspective is that we see that once a customer is on such a closed platform, he needs to do quite an effort to move away. So I wouldn't like, it's a quite negative word, maybe a lock-in, but at least we have a more loyal customer for a product that couldn't be more commodity like business cards. We also noticed that we have different parties at the table. Instead of having the buyer who is talking about three things, price, 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 We now get like the marketing people, which is a more interesting party to talk with. The only obligation is to have your print job done with INNI, which seems quite logical, but I still want to mention it. The agencies, which are also our customers, can fully play their role in this platform. A bit more about that. And if you say platform, you talk co-creation. I took a couple of examples, but there's many more. The agency can work on the template, the IT department can prepare the data, the marketing department can define the flow, how long are we waiting to send a reminder, and that HR division can play its role, but everybody can participate in the creation of a campaign or a flow. So when we say what we deliver, we should also talk about what kind of services we do not deliver. We will not invent the flows, the campaign for our customers. We do not know enough their businesses for that. We will not fill the content, copywriting, photography, we will not do that. And we will not produce the documents like InDesign or HTML. But we offer those services to customers that want to have one-stop shopping. We will partner with our customers, the agencies, the photographers, and so on. We do not want to compete with agencies, our customers, rather have them together around the table. We help the agency to sell marketing automation because they also have customers who could be interested, and we deliver the tech support for the whole of it. Now, the wins and opportunities, probably the part that you are most interested in. First of all, the wins. The platform is being rented by colleagues, which was totally unexpected. We had colleagues that tried to develop and run that route and said, it's too difficult. We rather rent it from you. And of course, at that time, the obligation to print with INNI is not sustainable. We have seen that it is used for internal needs within companies and for external needs towards their customers. The platform is being used in totally different environments, like more business process automation cases, sales process automation, while we not at all expected this. Very interesting stuff that brings lots of inspiration to us. Updating of conditions, general conditions and terms within the pharma world, very important. Warranty procedures can be automated through this kind of platform. The platform, of course, is also able to replace half a full-time equivalent. Instead of entering in the CRM systems just the bounced emails, this person can now be freed for more interesting tasks and more relevant tasks. But in general, half a full-time equivalent was won by our customers. Lessons learned. The transition from the old Flash is almost finished. So we had anticipated that we would move 350 customers by the end of 2020. We have a bit of a delay, but pretty well on track. But it is a huge job to do it. But again, remember, the customer has more loyalty once he is in such a platform. As you could expect, setting up such a complex platform with many, many integrations with Multipress, with AGFA, with our invoicing system, takes a lot of time and resources. Yeah? It costed more time and money. We are almost there, but still there's a bit of loose ends to tackle. But on the other hand, this lesson learned and difficulty is also a barrier for competitors at this moment. And we have noticed, that is an important lesson I want to share with you. It's a fragile balance. We've had instances where we did like a small update of one of the pieces of the puzzle, and all of a sudden the whole platform was down because of this update. So keep that in mind as an attention point. We should have paid a little bit more attention to that. Now, the last lessons learned is that customers still expect everything for free. So it takes effort to upsell from there. Bear that in mind that even your worst case scenario might not immediately visualize, but through sustained effort, we have seen that you get more and more reference cases with interesting customers that bring the inspiration to duplicate it within that same area. Propose the platform as a general automation. So still it's a marketing automation platform, but it can do so much more. Every business process can be automated. And I find the power of SMS underestimated and underutilized. Do not forget you reach the person almost on his skin, while an email is easily thrown away. An SMS is, you need to take care how to use it, of course, but it's quite intrusive as such. As a last point, the challenges of GDPR. The platform is entirely GDPR compliant, meaning that if somebody has opted out once in the past, the platform will never again send an email to that person until there is a double opt-in. Even if you feed that email address again to the platform manually, it will not send the email. If you have any questions, there you have my email address. I would like to thank VIGC for giving us the opportunity to share information with you. I would have preferred to do it face-to-face, but for known conditions, it is like it is, and I wish you good health and see you soon. Thank you.